Hi there. Ready for the first edition of Channing's Power Poll. Today we're going to rank the top 10 contestants in the Probst Pals group. We're doing it by video this year because I didn't have time to do it at work. We also have these really fun, cool photos that I printed off. So we're going to count it down from 10 to 1. And we're going to have to start with number 10. Let's just get right into it. It was a very tough night for the woman behind the camera. Smile for the... Oh, she's nodding her head. It was a very tough night for the woman behind the camera. Sam Tice, winner of Chris Underwood's season, selected Amber and Natalie. And you know where that lends you? That puts you at number 10, way down at the bottom. But they both have a chance in the game, so who knows? Next up, we have number 9. And for number 9, we have someone that just didn't have a good night. Who do we have in number 9? I'm trying to find... Jenny! There it is! Jenny. And the reason why Jenny's at number 9 is for 2 reasons. 1, Kim Sprodling was an absolute disaster last night. Out of the vote, begging on her knees not to be voted out. Adam Klein, yes, he did turn it around, but he's on the chopping block, man. His name was tossed out there, and he was under fire for much of the evening. Hey, they're all winners. They're all good players, but this week, she's at number 9. Moving on to number 8. And for number 8, we have the most iconic winner in Probst Pals history. He has 6 wins under his belt. He's clearly at the top of the pack when it comes to Probst Pals. But unfortunately, he had a bad week. On his team, we have Danny. She was just struggling. Boston Rob raked her over the coals. And we have Tyson. Tyson, out of the vote, but he managed to get back in it. You can never count Tyson out of it. He did a great job pulling himself out of the gutter. So he's sitting at number 8 on the power poll. Moving on, we have at number 7, another icon of the Probst Pals. We have Simon Fraser. Simon's team comes in number 7 for one reason, Denise. Really tough night for Denise. Walked away, got lost with Adam. So she is bringing down his team. Although Sophie had a very good night, really looking forward to what Sophie can bring this season. She had a good combo with Yule. They're in a good spot. We're moving up the power poll here. We're already at number 6. And in number 6, we have Vanessa. And I really hate Vanessa's team, but they had a pretty good night. Sarah, scum of the earth. Incredible in the challenge, though. And she was pretty much invisible. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't do anything great. But that's good in the first week. Then we have Ben. People are going to say Ben got absolutely destroyed by Boston Rob. But I'm going to say that he did the right thing. He took the punch in the jaw and then got back up, met up with Adam, kind of saved Adam's ass. I was impressed with the way Ben bounced back. I think his kind of goofy nature is going to lend well this season, and he might actually just find himself past the merge. All right, we're moving into the top 5, baby. Top 5, baby, and in number 5, we have Mr. Dan Mack. So Dan Mack here, Wendell. An incredible night by Wendell. Set up an incredible alliance with Yule and a couple other folks. And I really think his actions alone, building the shelter, mixing it up with Queen Sandra, he is a power player in that alliance, and that alliance is going to go far. Next up, we have Michelle. Michelle did Michelle things. She's going to make it to the final 3. We all know it. And she has the potential to win just because she's there. Moving on to number 4. Number 4, we got our very own Young Chug. And his team consists of Nick Wilson and Tony Vlachos. Couldn't have had a better night for Tony Vlachos. Are you kidding me? This guy, he didn't have his Adderall, and he managed to just keep it in check. Next up, we got Nick Wilson, another part of that Power Alliance, a guy that was supposed to be targeted right off the bat, but settled into a nice little mix there. Really impressed with their games. Dan Mack, coming in number 3. Sorry, that was Zoko, coming in number 4. We have a very unconventional top 3, folks. We got some people who not ever have won Channing Totem. And that's saying a lot. That means that I think they went for the big guns, and in the end, they didn't take fancy picks. They went for the tried and true. And this is who's coming in 3. We got Mr. Jay Croza. Jay Croza, maybe the man of the evening. Yul Kwan, he picked up very deep in the draft. This guy set up a alliance that's going to last all game. Very impressed. Jeremy was on the outs, but he managed not to get voted out. I mean, it could have been him or Natalie. His relationship saved him. But really, this place is because of Yul. You're coming in number 3 on the power poll, Mr. Jay Croza. You yoga fuck. Coming in number 2. Now, you know who's left. We got Mr. Dan Eamon and we got Mrs. Sam Pontes. So I'm going to go with who's number 1 first. Let's go number 1. We're going to skip number 2. Number 1, for me, Sam Pontes. An incredible night for Sam Pontes. I'm going to have to get up on the chair here to show you these power players. The Queen stays Queen. An incredible evening for the Queen. She dictated the entire vote to get out Amber. Just really slayed the Amber Boston Rob two-headed monster. And then Mr. Ethan's on. What an incredible evening for him. He set himself up really well to go far. And I just think these guys played an incredible episode for having such big targets on their back. Remember, this is the power rankings. Week to week, they change. Don't hate. They're at the top of my power poll. Sorry, Channing's power poll. That means we have Daniel Eamon coming in second. Boston Rob. What a guy last night. Old school Boston Rob. Fuck shit up, as he does. Parvati. What a night for Parvati. Fuck shit up, as she does. Incredible alliance these guys built. And they're going to be at the top of the game for the next couple weeks, but they'll be out eventually. So that's the first edition of Channing's Power Poll. If you hate on the rankings, you can hate on them, because it took me about 5 minutes to think of it. So whatever. Next week they'll be different, and they'll be better. Maybe they'll be in video form, maybe not. But have a great evening. Good night.